You know what? Fine. I'll just get back in the goddamn rowboat. Jesus Christ.
It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos.
Yes, it's that time again. It's time to potato around in a boat. But it's not with Hadders. Oh no. It is with one of my clan members from TTT. It is Gropa in his Furious Taco. The Furutaka is a fantastic tier 5 Japanese cruiser that, in all honesty, I'm starting to think about buying back. The reason I came across this game is Gropa was telling us all about it in chat, and well, it sounds like a sensational game, so I said, tell you what, give me the replay file. I've taken a very brief look because I want to try and keep it a surprise, but from what I saw, this is a ridiculously close game, and one of those games that I was saying in a video a couple of days ago that is incredibly rare, where the enemy team has a mass amount of numbers and maybe Gropa pulls it back. We'll see. Since I played the Furutaka, it has gained new gun turrets. When I played, it had 5 single gun turrets, 203mm or 8-inch guns. It now has 3 double turrets, so it actually has 6 203mm guns, and I much prefer this configuration. We've got 2 gun turrets up the front, 1 in the rear, and it's just a more aggressive way of bringing it in. The Furutaka's moderately well armoured, considering its tier. It's got great guns. I mean, the 203s at this tier are fantastic, and it's quite fast. It's got torpedoes. It's just a good all-rounder. So this is Gropa's moment of fame, and I'm just going to bring up there that I've noticed he is flying the pirate flag with the little 3 on there, because he is one of those freaks that has done it 3 times. Well, in fact, I think 4 times. He's got to rank 1. So, yep, he's one of those people with a flint, and he's one of the people that knows what he's doing. Just to bring it out, before you think he's seal clubbing, he actually got this boat because he's working towards the Zao, which I don't know if he's got yet. I mean, he's definitely around the higher tiers. So, Gropa, straight away, he's loaded with armor piercing, and there's Gremiashki. They're quite rare, so you don't come across those very often. There's I believe that's a Königsberg on fire there. An emerald. Nice broadside target. Gropa is firing armor piercing, as well you should. And his rounds are going in for the kill. 2 citadels and a kill already. Very well played. The Königsberg not doing so well. He's on fire. He may be trying to angle to Gropa, but oh no, he's turning back out. Gropa fires the armor piercing again. He fires a set of torpedoes just in case he does turn in. And there's another 2 citadels. Flag defends as well. So it's a pretty good start. Although, as you'll notice, this early in the game, Gropa's team have already lost 2 cruisers. The enemy team just losing the one that he's managed to slot. So, well, there we go, 2 for 2. So, you know, it started off fairly even, fairly standard for quite a low tier game. People rushing in, getting wiped out, but you know, that's part of the fun. People learning to play, hopefully, as opposed to just throwing themselves away. Now, Gropa is trying to turn himself into a shore battery by the looks of things. Is he gonna crash? No, he just about avoids it. In TTT we call it pulling an Attar. Now Attar is quite famous in the it was one of the competitions for beaching in front of everyone on Isolace's stream. So pulling an Attar, I believe he has his own island named after him on one of the maps, so look out for that one. There goes another cruiser right in front of Gropa there, and quite quickly the team is being whittled down. Gropa's team have lost 5 ships, including 2 destroyers and 3 cruisers. The enemy team is just only 2 cruisers. Gropa lobbing some rounds over at the Svetlana there. Unfortunately, he fires a bit far forward, gets a couple of over penetrations, so I guess at least he did a little bit of damage, and he got the hits. He's getting his eye in. Now he lines up his torpedoes to see, I guess, how fast he's going, where he's going, see if they're reloaded as well. Always good to know when you've got torpedoes back up. The Svetlana now turning in to Gropa, so he's doing the right thing. He's angling, and Gropa misses there with the back end of the ship swinging out. what we got? We got another ship down, so Groper's lost another battleship. This is a strange game. Svetlana there presenting full broadside, and yeah, punishment. That's what you get. So another citadel. I guess he was trying to get behind the island. Yeah, this is an unusual game because both teams have 2 carriers, which is, I guess it's a low tier thing, people trying them out. Groper's lost another battleship, so we're down to 5 against 9, which is quite... It's not great odds, although there goes our Zuiho making it up there, so it's now 5 against 8. But, you know, this is never a good situation to be in, and the enemy, to be fair, the enemy don't have a cap. Groper's team have a cap, which is nice, because it means that they have enough points to ward off losing by points. And there's another couple of hits there. Unlucky not to get a citadel, although maybe the shots land a bit too far aft. Some torpedoes on the way to the Svetlana. Groper's going to watch him go all the way in, and yep, he gets hit by one. 75 health, and Groper gets the kill steal at the end there with an over-penetration. Fantastic. So Groper's on 2 kills. A lot of flag defense by Groper there, 11 already. So B still in the friendly team's possession. C attempted to be capped by the enemy, but the enemy seemed to be just going ham and trying to kill things. So it's 4-7 now, which is, you know, still odds against Groper's team, which is not great, but reasonable enough. The Clemson there trying to smoke up desperately. I swear to God, they've named half the ships in this game after food, or trying to sound similar to food. Another flag defender. So you've got the Furious Taco, you've got the Clemson, which I like to call the Clam because I'm sad. Gramiashki just killed the Miyoko there, so now it is 2 carriers and Groper, and that is it. The carriers have been harassed by enemy planes as well, so not looking good. Enemies still trying to cap C. They just don't seem to be able to get it, which is hilarious. I guess Groper's reset them a few times. It's just an interesting situation. You don't very often see it. Sort of, we're nearly, 7 minutes into the game, just past, and only 1 cap has been captured. The enemy is struggling to cap C, but I think that enemy destroyer is now getting there. Now Groper might struggle with planes here because he hasn't got defensive fire. He's actually got the hydroacoustic search consumable instead, which is, you know, great for destroyer hunting, but if he encounters all those planes at once, he's going to have a bad time. One of the carriers looks like he might actually be a air support carrier, so he's actually got more fighters. The enemy in New York there trying to lob rounds in. Groper's actually doing pretty good for health. However, again, it's now 3 of them, and he's the only gun ship on their team against 7, with the enemy team having 2 battleships, a cruiser, 2 destroyers, and 2 carriers still left. Groper finally gets a plane kill. I mean, he's been under them the whole time. He may as well shoot one down at some point, right? I think Groper might be trying to go dark here. He doesn't seem to want to fire. Again, trying to turn himself into a shore battery. So yeah, he's gone dark. He's managed to get out of the plane's detection, and he's sort of skirting around behind B, which the enemy are now capping, and they finally capped C, so they're actually starting to get some decent points. This is quite unusual in a domination game to see, you know, this far into the game with that many players dead. Only 400 points on the enemy team, which is nice because it means Groper's got a little bit of breathing space to try and sort this game out. This is an unusual occurrence. By this time, normally a team that's thrashing everyone would have capped all 3, and they'd be on about 900 points. And unfortunately, they wouldn't be able to kill everyone, which is, you know, no cap kill all is everyone's favourite. Yeah, it's just nice. It means everyone gets more points if you do that. Now Groper's trying to line up on B and see what's in it. He's getting his torpedoes ready. He bangs a few away, and is that Kaiser, I believe, trying to get in on the cap. So Groper's going to try and set him on fire. Luckily for Groper, the enemy Kaiser is firing HE, which is very unusual. Gremiashki appears in front of him there, and he's going to light him up through the smoke. So he's popped smoke, but he was sitting still, so he should be relatively easy to hit, and he sets him on fire, which is nice. They now have B and C pretty well secured, and the Gremiashki's trying to fire out of his smoke. So Groper's trying to fire into it and look for him there. Now, with the hydroacoustic search, my move here would be to go straight at him and hydro and try and kill the Gremmy and then go at the battleship. But I'm a bit gun-ho. Although you could put the island between yourself and the battleship, so I don't know. That's my move. I'm a bit too aggressive for my own good sometimes. Groper gets the torpedoes away against the battleship, who again is still firing HE, so he could have punished his broadside big time there, but luckily for Groper, the guy's using HE. I mean, maybe he's new and he doesn't know what he's doing yet. Maybe he thought he was going to angle, who knows. So Groper is now going straight at the Gremyashki, while the battleship is going away to his right, so hopefully he'll be able to keep the island between himself and keep him safe. So there we go, there's Gremyashki. He's already practically dead and he gets nailed by Groper, congratulations. And he gets a torpedo hit on the battleship as well, just to boot, so nice. He seems to be well aware of where those torpedoes are going, so he's chilled. He set fire to the Kaiser and he's staying on fire, so I'm guessing he's staying flooding as well, which is pretty nasty. Now at this close range, a battleship can only do so much against a Furutaka. Now Groper is getting incredibly close. He's got HE firing, he's got 2 fires on him and flooding, and he's just getting closer and closer. And by the time he fires those torpedoes, that Kaiser will be able to do nothing about it. He gets him away. Kaiser unfortunately is straight lining, trying to get his guns around, so Groper's going to take him out. He's doing very well so far. With the enemy still have the 2 flag caps, he kills the Kaiser, so that's 4 kills now. And it's now 2 on 4, so 2 on Groper's team and 4 on the enemy team. The enemy still have 2 carriers, so they can keep him spotted pretty much the whole time, and probably could drop on him. Unfortunately for the enemy team, who really should win this, they don't seem to be, the carriers aren't focusing the cruiser, i.e. the dangerous one that's going to track them down and hump them. Yeah, he seems to be just getting away with it. Now he's capping B, so I mean 186 points to 486 at the moment. You know, the allied team, the friendly team, is not in a great position still, and especially if the carriers do start focusing Groper as well, then you know they're in trouble. And one of the carrier planes just flies straight over him there for some reason. Instead of dropping, I would have dropped there. We're down to 5 seconds to cap, and Groper finds one of the enemy carriers, the Zuiho there. Now he loads armor piercing, because armor piercing is actually bloody effective against carriers sometimes. However, in this case, 4 over penetrations, which is not ideal. He's up to 86,000 damage, so that's pretty good. Yeah, you know, he's lining himself up, he's putting himself close. The enemy carrier now, obviously, Groper has his undivided attention because he is dangerously close, and no one in a carrier wants to be this close to a cruiser. He bombs him out, 2 really big hits there, 2 fires as well, and another hit as well, so, you know, the carrier's doing his thing. Groper, for some reason, not repairing. Maybe it's because he's expecting torpedo bombers to come in, or more dive bombers. He gets the torpedoes away. Carrier trying to dodge, and yeah, that's why he didn't repair. Torpedoes coming in. It's all well and good repairing, but until you know you can dodge them, if you get flooding, you're pretty much screwed. Whereas fires, they do a lot of damage, but not as much as flooding. Flooding's bad. So there's a full health New York, which is, I don't know what he's doing over there in sea. I guess he was chasing down the enemy carrier plus. Well, there's a Kraken, so here it comes again. Release the Kraken! Oh. Again, still cute. I'm just never going to get a big one. I like the little one. Let's just keep the baby Kraken. So Groper on 5 kills now. He's got caps, he's got even secondary hits, torpedo hits. He's doing everything he can. He's got flag defense. Enemy still has 3 ships, a cruiser, a battleship and a carrier. Our carrier getting harassed. So Groper's, sort of in a bad way. I mean, they're down on points. Both teams have 1 cap each, so they're going to increase the same amount of points. So unfortunately now, it's got to be kills to even this out. Either kill the entire enemy team, or switch the points enough so that Groper's team is ahead. Now, nearly 15 minutes into the game, Groper already has a high caliber and a Kraken medal, so he's doing pretty damn good. Enemy carrier there, I'm guessing he's heading back, which is giving his position away, and Groper appears as if miraculously right in front of the enemy carrier. He launches his HE away, sets him on fire, which carrier has instantly damage on, so Groper now knows he's pulled his Damicon. He's fired his torpedoes, so when he gets these hits, hopefully the guy will keep flooding. And he got flooding. A Confederate now as well, so Groper has attacked, I think it's 6 different ships and done sizable damage to each one. Carrier definitely flooding. Yep, the damage is still ticking up there, so he might have pulled his repair a bit too early there, or I guess he wanted to get his planes away. Armor piercing, aiming low. Unfortunately, just over penetrations. The Bogue has very little armor, so unfortunately for Groper didn't do much there, but he's going to persist with the armor piercing. If you can get him more broadside and burn that citadel, he can nuke him in one salvo. Again, 4 over penetrations there, so unfortunately not working out for him, but the guy is still flooding in the background, so I mean ultimately he's going to get him eventually. It's just a case of when. And he's going to flood to death, I believe. Yep, flooded to death, so he didn't get those last hits, but he's gone. Now you can see the scores are much more even with the 2 on 2, 405 on Groper's side, 500 points on the enemy, so they're only 100 points ahead. So one kill will actually flip the scores, because it's minus, I think it's 65, certainly for a battleship, and it's plus a certain amount as well, so it'll just flip the scores, and with 1 cap each that is enough. Now Groper's carrier is heading into A to cap that as well, which is a very smart move. Groper 2 is positioned to be able to do so. There's a lot of chat going on there. Unfortunately I can't read any of it because the quality while I'm trying to record my voice is just not quite good enough. Maybe that's because I'm a spastic, but there you go. I mean, I do my best. So both of them look like they're going to go into A to get the cap. Once they have 2 caps over 1, they should increase points fast enough to steal this from the enemy team, which is ideal this late in the game. This is the clincher. This is where you change it all around. Enemy battleship was last spotted way down south, so he's miles away. Enemy cruiser as well, down the southeast of the map, so God knows what they're doing. If I was them, I'd be heading into B right now to do the exact opposite, to get the middle cap for our 2 caps to ensure the defeat. Because if they hold on to 2 caps for long enough, they'll get enough points that even if Groper's team managed to kill one of them, it's just not enough. Now the friendly carrier would appear to not have any planes. He certainly doesn't seem to be taking any taking any off from his deck. So I presume he's lost all of them. One of the enemy carriers did certainly seem to have a lot of fighter planes. I presume he's lost all of them and he's just doing what he can to get away. So he's going to go hide. He's capped A on the way through. So ideal teammate. I mean, it's over for him attack-wise, but he is still doing something that's worth it to the team. Groper, in the meantime, is going to turn around, I believe, and defend B. Now the scores are evening up a lot more, so 500 for Groper's team, 572 for the enemy. With 2 minutes left, that is actually enough to gain enough points, provided the enemy don't cap B. And so, of course, as with anything else, I dare say they are heading there right now. As I say, me personally, I'd probably already be in there. Especially if I was a cruiser, fast enough to get in there. The New York, last time we saw him, was on pretty much full health. Enemy carrier still has fighters there, so he still has the ability to spot. There you go, enemy New York is on as good as full health. So, I'm not going to blame him. I'm not going to come out with, oh, he's been doing nothing, he's been realigned, been hanging on J the whole game. But he can't have been doing a great deal because he's not taken any damage. Unless he's taken all fire damage and he's managed to repair it all. Now, Groper here is on 1,612 health, so if he gets hit by anything, that's him out of the game. Enemy cruiser has appeared as well, also on low health, the Danae there. Groper loaded with armor piercing, which is ideal. Danae for some reason turning out, which is the worst thing you can do in a British cruiser, especially when something like Furutaka is firing 203mm rounds at you, and luckily for him, he takes 3 overpens and he's only on 300 health. So Groper's going to give him it again. Unfortunately, again, poor guy, he's not angling in or trying to do anything to dodge them, seemingly. If he gets hit by one, it's game over, and for him, he's gone. That's the Citadel, one of those classics. That's 7 kills for Groper. All this guy has to do is hit him. With 38 seconds left, Groper has flipped the scores. Even though they're capping, it's not going to be enough in time. 620 points to 582. This New York just has to hit him, and he has enough time to do it as well. He got one more volley, I believe. So Groper, on 1600 health, is about to have a showdown with this poor New York, who unfortunately doesn't seem to be able to shoot. He's trying his best, bless him. He's got one last salvo away, 2, 1, and it's game over before the rounds land. Unfortunately for him, he just couldn't draw it back in time. So well done, Groper my boy. I can only imagine this is your reaction. Let's go and see the post-game results. Would you just look at that, ladies and gentlemen. 144,000 damage in a Furious Taco in a tier 5 game. A Confederate, a Kraken, a high caliber, 438,000 credits, torpedo hits, secondary battery hits, fires, incapacitation, 7 kills. It's all happened here, ladies and gentlemen. Shooting planes down and everything. On to the next screen, we got the team score. Groper obviously came at the top with a base score of 2,668, which is absolutely insane. He beat the next 2 people combined, almost, I want to say the next 3. And then finally, I don't have the final screen, so we've just got this one. All the damage he did to individual people, so you can see the 2 carriers there, all the battleships, all that damage, all the damage fired at him as well. It was just an absolutely insane game. So a final well done to Groper for his amazing game in the Taco, and all I know is I'm probably going to have to go get one. So everyone that's watching this, I invite you, let's go and screw up the matchmaking on the servers.
It's raining tacos, yum, 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 yummity yum. It's like a dream. Yum, 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 yummity yum. Bring your sour cream.
Shell, meat, lettuce, cheese. Shell, meat, lettuce, cheese. Shell, meat, cheese, 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 cheese.
Hey, whoa. Will someone get that f***ing taco the f*** out of my video? Good. You're a taco, not a taco. Get out of here.
It's raining tacos. Raining tacos.